Namaskaram. Welcome to the Pillaiandadi series. We are in Pasuram 8. So, in Pasuram 7, a quick recap. We looked at how Kumara Varadhacharya told that now that I have Swami Desika finding his residence permanently in my heart, all the sins have to run away. They have now been vanquished completely. Only Swami Desika, along with Swami Ramanujar, in dwelling in his heart, is residing within me. And now I have no sins that are even coming any closer to my heart. This was the Pasuram 7 summary. Now, in Pasuram 8, till Pasuram 7, Kumara Varadhacharya was talking about his own experience, right? Of what happened to him when he took Swami Desikan's, what happened to him when Swami Desikan's glories were recited by him, what happened when Swami Desikan's Tirunamam was recited by him. He was talking about everything from his experience perspective. Now in Pasuram 8, he's calling for all of us as samsaris. Now he's taking a little bit of a stern tone to address people who are completely drowning themselves in samsara and thinking that the purpose of us being on this earth is to eat the best food available in the hotels and going restaurant hopping and thinking that everything about this samsaric life is all about bringing a lot of happiness and material comfort for this body rather than thinking about the soul and thinking about the purpose of why this Jivatma has taken this body, right? So he's using a bit of a stern language over here so that people who are drowning in samsara, who just don't get the purpose of what is the reason why we have come to this material world and why this opportunity was given to us. So let's listen to what he has to say to people like us who are drowning in samsara. பொருந்தி புவிதனில் பொய் வாழ்க்கை பூண்கின்ற பூரியர்காள் இருந்து நரகின் இடர்கெடும் மாற்றை அறிகின்றெளீர் பொருந்தும் பொருளொன்று கேளீர் பொங்கும் இவ்விடர்கட்கு வருந்தாது தூப்புல் மாபுருடன் பாதம் வணங்குமினே. So at the onset of the Pasuram itself, he uses quite a strong word saying, பொருந்தி புவிதனில் பொய் வாழ்க்கை பூண்கின்ற பூரியர்கள். பொய் வாழ்க்கை. So people are leading a very, false life. People are leading a life where they are fooling themselves saying that they're really happy, but they don't know what it means to really lead a blissful life. So he's calling all lowly ones. பொருந்தி புவிதனில் பொய் வாழ்க்கை பூண்கின்ற பூரியர்கள், the ones who, the fallen souls over here, the lowly ones, you who like to choose an ostentatious lifestyle, having taken residence on this earth. We might know, like our brain might know that we shouldn't be doing certain things. But then we are so used to doing that every day in samsara, and we see maximum part of the population doing that. So we choose to follow the maximum population rather than following our acharya parampara and what they have followed in their lives. So we are all these fallen souls who are leading a poi varkai. Poi varkai means we think we are very happy on the face of it. We think that, oh, I have all the comforts, I have everything that is required, I can dine at the finest restaurant at the highest price, but then at the month end we might be wondering, saying, why did I have to spend that heavy amount on this dining experience in that particular restaurant? Or we might have bought the best iPhone in the market. It is a joy until the first scratch appears on the screen of that iPhone, right? So everything that seems like a happiness in this particular material world is packaged with a sorrow that is following the happiness immediately. And this is not true bliss. And we keep telling ourselves that, oh, I'm leading a very comfortable lifestyle. I live in the best of the cities. I have the best of education. I'm doing everything at its perfect best. And we keep aspiring for more and more material success rather than thinking about what is the purpose why we have come here. So, Porunthi Puvitanil, Poi Varkai Punhindra Puriyarkar, he's calling us. Irundu Narahin Idarkedum Atrai Arihinrilir. You have not known the path for dispelling the sorrows of this hell while you are here. So he's telling us, saying that you think you are leading a very nice life, but then do you know how to dispel the sorrows of this material world, which is a hell while you are here, right? So this reminds me of a conversation between Sri Rama and Sita Pirati in Ramayanam, where before he is sent on his Vanavasam, he comes into Sita's room and he says that I am going to head towards Vanavasam as told by my father, and you will have to continue to stay here. So there's a long argument that happens between Rama and Sita, and Sita is supposed to be extremely intelligent. So he gets him into her loop by asking him this question, saying that you tell me what is Swargam, and if you give the right answer, then I will let you go to proceed with your Vanavasam, right? So at that point in time, obviously, Rama gives a very textual Vedic understanding of Swargam by saying that it's the place where you go if you have accumulated punyas, and there are a lot of damsels who will be dancing there. It gives you a lot of comfort, blah, 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 is what Rama says. And Sita says, you have got the absolutely wrong answer. The right answer is, it is very circumstantial. What is Swargam, what is Narakam is extremely circumstantial to a person. For a person who really struggles to make ends meet, for him to get just one meal a day, it would mean Swargam for him. For a person who cannot see with his eyes, if he's able to get vision, that is Swargam for him. So what is Swargam and what is Narakam is totally circumstantial, and we don't know how to get rid of all of these sorrows that are embedded in this hellish world of material existence over here. That is what Kumara Varadhacharya is talking about. Now, next he says, Porundum Porullondru Kelir. Listen to this thought which is best suited for you. Your essential nature is what you need to know about. So this is very similar to Pallandu, where Periyalvar initially calls for only those people who are interested in being subservient to the Lord. Then he feels a little bad for the rest of the people who are, engaged in Kaivalyam, the Kaivalyarthis, and then he calls for them. Then later he calls for all the samsaris, and he says that you will also have to get better in your lives, and therefore listen to this and chant the Narayana Namam. So it's very similar to Pallandu. So all our acharyas, they're such compassionate souls that they don't want to hold this knowledge to only a particular community or only for their immediate disciples, but they want to spread this knowledge to everybody. That's exactly what Ramanuja did when he had to suffer so much. He had to walk 18 times to Tirukoštiyur to make sure that he gets the Jnanam from Tirukoštiyur Nambi. He had to walk by foot 18 times in that scorching heat to get that knowledge. But immediately as soon as he got that knowledge, all that he thought about is people who are really willing. Asai udayorkellam, he wanted to share the knowledge. So all that he was expecting all of us to have is just the desire to know the knowledge, right? So Ramanuja immediately went atop the Tirukoštiyur temple, and he called for people. Everybody who is interested in knowing this knowledge, then come and I will give you the knowledge. So all our acharyas alike are not happy with just having their own immediate disciples have the understanding of the great knowledge of our scriptures, but they like everybody who has come into this material world to be uplifted and to know what is the true purpose of their birth. We see this in every acharya. Similarly, Kumara Varadhacharya here is using a little bit of a stern language to say that we are all dwelling and drowning in this material world without even thinking about what is the essential nature of a jivatma. Why are we here? What are we supposed to do with this body that we have received as a gift? So he's calling for everybody to understand what is the true essence. And he says, Pongum ivvidar Kadarku Marundadu, in order that you do not worry about this ever-growing ocean of sorrows or the afflictions that we have in this world. Now he's going to he's going to tell us what we will have to do for that. Tupul ma purudan padam vanangumine. Bow down with devotion at the feet of the Supreme Person who incarnated at Tupul, which is Swami Desika. So what is he saying? All of you who are thinking that you're leading a lavish material life with all success and who are hiding yourselves behind this poi varkai by saying that I am really illustrious, I'm very happy, but then deep down, if you actually look into it, all of the happiness that you have here is so temporary, and there is a way how you could lead a blissful life which will eliminate all the sorrows of this material world. It is said that this material world is filled with dvandvam. It's like the two sides of the coin that we have. If there is a sorrow, there is a, if there is a happiness, there is a sorrow that is immediately waiting to follow suit over there. And he's calling for all of us who are leading a materialistic life, who are fooling ourselves in this material world, saying we are leading a very fulfilling life. And he's saying it's time now for you to understand your essential nature and cut your chain of sorrows and afflictions with this world. And in order to do that, you just have to bow down with devotion at the feet of Swami Desika. So until Pasuram 7, he was talking about what all happened to him when he took refuge at Swami Desikan's feet. Now he is extending this happiness that he felt with everybody in the world. So the summary of this Pasuram, let's look at it. O lowly ones who are depressed by these afflictions of samsara and find it difficult to enjoy the eternal bliss which is inherent in every being, not knowing how to destroy the hellish experiences that are going to come in future, you continue to suffer. I shall give an idea for containing the afflictions of this world. It is nothing other than bowing with devotion at the feet of our son of Thupul, Swami Vedanta Desika. So he is giving all of us a very, very easy trump card for us to alleviate the sorrows and for us to experience the Jnananandamayam, that is the essential nature of our jivatma. It is full of jnana, it is full of anandamayam, right? So we will have to understand the nature of our jivatma being completely blissful, and it's only because of this prakriti sambandham we have these trigunas that is impacting us, and by bowing down at Swami Desikan's feet, we will be able to get rid of all of these sorrows that affect us as a result of this bodily connection to this material world, and we would be able to experience what does a permanent bliss look like while we are still there in this material world. I hope all of us are able to remember all of these verses and also enjoy the moments of bliss that we get by taking refuge at Swami Desikan's feet. In the next Pasuram, which is so beautiful, Kumara Varadhacharya lists down what are the qualities that one can get if we take refuge in Swami Desikan, and what are the unrequired qualities of a person that would run away once Swami Desikan comes into our lives. It is a very beautiful Pasuram. We will meet you in Pasuram number 9. Until then, Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimate Nigamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha. Dhanyosmi.